ABC, Jeff, back again. Try to get through this kind of quick, but yeah, things have been piling up. I don't know if you saw my last video, but yeah, Brookfinger, that's been kind of keeping me busy. So doing it's like double up on short-term visibility and workers' comp and tons of doctor's visits and yeah, basically I've earned another month off of work. Just trying to get my some certifications done. In the meantime, change jobs. Anyway, let me jump in here. Got quite the pile. Cause I've had a little more time to listen to music, but yeah, also but not a lot of time to do much with the videos or whatever. So yes, a lot of these I've shown before, so I'm just gonna go through those kind of quickly. Yeah, I showed this like a month or two ago. Gave another good listen. I'm actually kind of digging the Taj Mahal Traveler side a little bit more, but yeah, if you're not familiar with them, they're like very early drone band, Japan-based. Those Rosales de Nudes, on the other hand, one becoming quickly one of my favorite groups. Um, yeah, I would hesitate on psych, but I guess they're kind of psych. Noise, psych, experimental. I don't know. Influencers heavily influenced by Blue Cheer and uh, blanking. Oh, Velvet Underground. Yeah, yeah. So this is probably not either band. So it's basically two bands live. They're trying to save a cafe in Japan. I guess I want to say it was like a head shop or something. Yeah, that was during the drug crackdowns in the early 70s in Japan. That's when basically the whole J-pop thing took over. Um, yeah, interesting story here. Read up on it, but yeah, both are really good bands. But that particular release is really neither's best work. But yeah, it's a decent album. If you get it for cheap, it's probably worth picking up if you like that more experimental. You like Velvets, but you like them at their like raw craziness. Or you like the raw craziness of Blue Cheer's first album. That's basically the two things they're channeling there. So this a long time ago. You know, it was in the mood for some synth pop through the song. It's pretty much a classic. The first track especially is "Don't Leave Me This Way" is kind of a minor hit. Japanese is good pressing. Um, so this again before a long time ago. Herbie Hancock, Mega Mix. It has a version of Rocket, not as good as the album versions. So that, it's a 12-inch, 45, uh, Rocket or whatever. Yeah, it's all right, but it's not as good as the album versions of Rocket, whatever. This was an interesting one. Joe Jackson's, I guess he would be considered like power pop, I guess. But yeah, in this one he's doing swing music, and this is actually a really, really good album. So it's called Joe Jack. I paid $1 for this. Joe Jackson's Jump and Jive. If you like that kind of big band swing music stuff, this is actually a really, really, really good album. Um, this is pretty damn close to a 5 for me. If you see this, pick it up. You can get it cheap all day long. But yeah, if you enjoy swing music at all, that's really essential. Um, yeah, give this one another listen. Excellent pressing. Love this album. I do have to pick up the other one. I'm hoping they still have it. So it's on Fat Possum Records. So of course, Roland S. Howard, a little bit of a hero in Australia. Best known for his work with Nick Cave in the Birthday Party and his collaborations with Lydia Lunch. So not quite no wave, but it's kind of like very gothy, dark. I really, really love that album. So, 4.5 there. This again was a buck pickup not that long ago. I'm gonna get some newer pickups very shortly. That's next in the pile. Profile Best of Amy Lou Harris. As an album, yeah, it's 4-ish. I was kind of hoping I could get away with like getting rid of some of her other albums and just sticking with the best of, but I don't know. I think she works better as an album artist than best hits. Um, so yeah, 3.5, 4. Yeah, I don't know. I might actually not even hold on to the best of. This one I really enjoyed. Um, Sunburned Hand of the Man, Wedlock. So experimental band. So it reminds me a lot of this particular album. A lot of it reminds me a lot of like Can at their funkiest. So I think they're like roughly a 10-piece, but I think the members revolve a lot. This particular one is called Wedlock because I guess two of the members got married or something. It has a wedding invitation in it. Yeah, gatefold. It's a double album. Um, so from what I'm gathering from the notes inside the album itself, it's maybe there was like a 2 or 3 day wedding, and they took this whole album basically. The majority of it's from the wedding itself. They had some cameras running or something, and they just cut the vinyl from that. So it's actually, yeah, it's not. It's like four-ish. I wouldn't say it's like their best album. Like I enjoyed some of their other albums I've streamed more, but I just ran into this for like $7 for a double album, so I picked it up. Worth that all day long. I'm definitely gonna hold on to this one for a while. Yeah, it starts out kind of like harsh experimental noise, but then it moves into like a just pretty much jam throughout the whole thing. Of course, yeah, because it's a wedding, you can hear people talking with the cameras and you have the wedding vows and all. There's some more, yeah, some of the inserts in there, photos from the wedding and whatever. And that's what also it's on the cover. So I really enjoyed this. Yeah, the first like 15 minutes or so, like maybe it's actually pretty long. Actually, yeah, it's there. Each album's actually each disc is actually pretty dense. So it's a very long album. It was only released on LP and digital. But yeah, it's a really interesting one. I'm definitely going to give that one more spins. This one I think I've seen it in the VC before. Again, picked it up for like $1. So apparently this record store did go out of business. So for whatever reason, I guess someone bought out their stock, and yeah, I got what was left. Um, well, I left a lot, but yeah, I picked up more than I probably should have. But this one is pretty decent. Fortunato and Give Me Danger. It's a split LP. Don't know really the story of either of them, but for me, yeah, I really enjoyed Give Me Danger. Fortunato, not as much. It's very generic. But yeah, obviously, Stooges reference there, so they give you a kind of an idea where they're coming from. So pretty raw, punky. I, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been like a week or so since I listened, so I can't really think of who I would describe them as, but I did really enjoy that side of the album. But yeah, four-ish is not like again not essential. But if you see it over the cheapest, probably worth picking up. Um, yeah, again, not an expensive pickup. I like this one. So Martha and the Muffins. I've seen a lot of people show this. Just how I knew about it. Yeah, it goes for pretty cheap. I think this is like first Canadian pressing, I believe. I believe they're from Toronto. Not 100% on that. So I think yeah, it's like early new wave, not no wave, but new wave. A little slightly harder edged, but not that much. So it's got like a sax or whatever. Think I got a lot of like like the Nuns or something like that out of this. I rather enjoyed it, but I like that kind of music too. So yeah, recommend that. Four-ish. And then, yeah, like this one I got maybe last year. I've shown this before. I showed that about that time. Steve Reich, maybe, yeah, it's almost a year anyway. Yeah, Steve Reich, Desert Music, is a pretty good one. It's neoclassical, whatever, say 4.5 on that one. Very ambient-esque. Yeah, now I got a big stack of CDs, some newer stuff, some not. Yeah, the was it Mind Bomb? This is like I think it's their third studio. Um, I wouldn't go quite as far as 4.5, like maybe 4.25. um, but yeah, it's a pretty damn good one. This one, pay like $1 for it in the bargain bin. Nice clean copy, good, excellent. Yeah, they show up in the VC all the time. You know them, but worth picking up. Probably their first few albums. So I'm still on the lookout for, is it, I want to say it's Soul Coughing or Soul, whatever the first album. I really do want to get that one. But yeah, very enjoyable. You know, early, you know, mid '80s alternative, whatever. This one was really good. So that focuses. This is Alexander Turnquist. Don't know where this falls in his discography. Again, fairly experimental, but it's more in the if you like what's his name, Fahey, John Fahey, you'd probably like this. So it's pretty much all string instruments. Kind of, yeah, but it's all actually instruments, not samples. It's kind of little on the drony side, but not that drony. Um, not quite ambient, not quite neoclassical, but it falls somewhere in there. But yeah, if you like John Fahey, you probably really love this. Somewhere between 4.5 and 5 on this one. I really like this one. This one was one from Sean, so I do owe Sean another one. Surfboard. I think Sean was saying this is their first LP. Again, really enjoyed it. I got a lot of like 90s vibes out of this. It's not that old though. Again, I think it might be Fat Pal. Yeah, it is Fat Possum again. I want to say 2015-ish. I'm not 100% on that, Sean. But of course, it's on LP, which I think how I got this. I think Sean picked up the LP. So Sean is telling me the 45s are better. The very primal drummer going on. So yeah, female vocals, but I get a lot of Babes in Toyland vibe off this. So if you like Babes in Toyland, you probably like this. Other stuff I've gotten recently. This was a freebie someone gave me. Mason Jennings, Minnesota. Folk rock, I guess you'd call. My understanding is this is not his best album. I got it for free, but it's still pretty good. 4-ish for me. This one cheapo pickup, but yeah, I still like this album. I'm never like a massive Linkin Park fan. I was very anti neo metal, but yeah, this is genuinely a very good album. I need to get Deftones too. That was a White Pony, or I do like that one. I probably like that one more than this one. But yeah, this one really holds up. It's a really good album. This is the Digipack version. It's got little nice inserts and whatever. But I know this got a recent vinyl reissue. But yeah, if you remember it being a good album, it actually is a good album. Like some of those albums, like remember being good in the past, weren't as good as I remembered. But yeah, this one actually, this one holds up. But, again, I was never a fan, but I do really like that album. This one. Oh yeah, this I think this was another freebie from Sean. Thank you. Yellow Swans at All Ends. Drone. So drone rock. I don't know. I guess you just call it drone. So Yellow Swans. Not as good as I like the Disintegration Swans, which I picked up a couple of those ones. Those ones I really like. This one's still pretty good. That's like maybe a 4-ish. But if you're going with Yellow Swans, you Drone, your internet, Taj Mahal Travelers, all that stuff. Yeah, the ones I've listened to so far, I definitely prefer the Disintegration, Yellow Swans era. So they seem to go with little variations on their name. I guess slightly different lineups, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, this one was. I still have some K-Rex ones I haven't opened. Got around to this one finally. This is Hewn from the Wilderness by the Hive Dwellers. So another Calvin band. If you like Beat Happenings, you'd like this. I think Beat Happenings is a little bit stronger, but if you want some more Beat Happenings, you got them all. Yeah, Hive Dwellers, not a bad place to go. 4-ish is good. Okay, I think I didn't quite get through this one, but it is good. Again, I picked up for like $1 or whatever. Satori Amos. It might be her first album. I really like that one. Is it In the Pink or whatever? I forget the name. This is Little Earthquakes. I guess the title track's the last one, so I didn't quite get through it. But yeah, again, piano, pop, whatever from the 90s. I'll give it another listen. It's good, the kind of music when you have people over, background study music sort of thing. Um, Not a massive fan, but yeah, Kings of Leon, again, I think I paid like $1 or less on this one. Um, I may or may not keep this one in. 3.5-ish. Uh, yeah, I think it was when I was talking to Sean, like he was saying they maybe started out as a garage band, which might be right, because I remember liking something by them at some point, but yeah, they're kind of more. I want to say this was a little more like a southern rock flavor thing going on, but still, still alternative. I don't know. Wasn't that impressed by it. It was good, but it just didn't vibe with me. This one, however, was quite good. Kawabata Makoto. This was a fairly recent pickup. I think this is a couple years old now. So Inui 4. So of course he's most famous as one of the founding members. Maybe it's because they're the founding member. I don't know. But he's like one of the two main guys from Acid Mother's Temple. This is a lot more experimental. Again, more in the drone end of things. Yeah, again, ambient drone. A lot of people say this is his best solo work. So this one's definitely worth checking out if that sounds at all interesting to you. Like maybe 4.5-ish on that. And yeah, this is also a fairly recent pickup, but it's actually an older album. This was mid-90s. This is a Washington, D.C. band, which, curiously, this is probably why this album never took off. There's nothing on this whatsoever. It tells you the band. So this is, was it Smoke, Wingtips, oops, shit, dropped the disc. Wingtips Float. So Washington, D.C. based or environment. It might be Northern Virginia, but yeah, the D.C. environment. So this is their debut album. I'm definitely going to get some of their other ones because I've been streaming them. This would fall more in the noise rock end of things. It's a bit raw. What's that remind me of? But yeah, if you like stuff like Unwound, you'd probably like really get into these guys. So I'm a huge Unwound fan, so I'm going to be picking up more of these. So yeah, I mean that was a good thing. So yes, noise rock, Wingtip Float. I'm guessing that's like a carpentry reference of some sort. But yeah, really enjoyed this one. It's a little rough around the edges, but I really enjoyed this throughout. It's 4.5-ish for me, but yeah, definitely not a perfect album. Yeah, this one I really enjoyed though. Well, these last few actually. Yeah, Fur Night. This is their self-title. I'll probably pick up their second album at some point. So yeah, it's folk music, I guess, but it's a little more on the experimental side of things. I don't know who to really compare them to. So new, I don't know. Yeah, it's a little bit of that, drag into night kind of stuff, but it's just like how things are kind of sung, but it's done in a kind of a very modern way. I don't know. It's not as cheesy as that sounds. It's actually a really good album. Pretty damn close to a 5 for me. This is really good. So it's Fern Night. I don't know if that's gonna like fern like the tree and night as in the knights and dragons, not the dark one. Yeah, this was a comp I found for like $1 or something. So all the great Commodore love songs. Yeah, 3.5. It's not the best comp. It's of course it's very heavy on their love songs, and I don't know. I'd rather hear some of their other stuff. This one again, K-Rex. I just finally got around to this one. Jeremy J. A place where we could go. 4-ish. It's a bit rough, but again, a little. It's a bit. It's kind of folky noise pop. I don't know. It's in lo-fi, I guess. Lo-fi folk. I guess again it's probably mid-90s ish. Um, I had low expectations going into this because Sean told me he saw him live and he was horrible. I could kind of see that he might be more of a studio performer. Yeah, this one's it's a bit rough around the edges, but it's enjoyable. And yeah, this was a really good one. I actually ordered some more of their stuff. So Vibra Cathedral. This one is Wisdom Thunderbolt. I think this is a CD only, so it's digipack. Um, so I do? I don't know. It's not quite drone, but it's similar. It's a drone experimental melodic. But yeah, quite good. 4.5 on this one. Everything I picked up by them, I've really enjoyed. So I've got like one more or so I haven't listened to yet. So looking forward to that. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm running a little long as usual. Um, yeah, so fingers, yeah, if you're stuck around this long, yeah, finger is healing up. Got my stitches out. So it's been a week and a half-ish on the finger. So it's healing up. I'll probably get back to work by early next month. Work's just telling me not to come in right now until I fully heal up. I just feel my back in this. I'm just a mess. Well, anyway, hope you're all well. Take care, and yeah, I got a busy day ahead of me tomorrow, so yeah, catch you later.